So if you're struggling with inconsistent earnings as a DoorDash driver or Uber Eats or whatever, a gig worker, this video is for you. Um, this is what I have done in order to mitigate that issue. So, um, nobody's really seen any videos that I've ever made, but if anyone ever does, you'll see that I'm really into spreadsheets. So I'm going to show you this spreadsheet that I have. So this is um my hourly rate tracker. So this is a spreadsheet that I have running. I reset it every year, and I have each month on there as well. So every month I keep track of my hourly rate, and I also keep a running log of my hourly rate for the year. So um this is probably not what you're thinking, right? I said, if you're struggling with inconsistent earnings, this video is for you. And you were probably thinking I was going to tell you about a strategy in order to make more uh, consistent earnings, right? Um, and I will talk about that a little bit to the best of my ability. I'm not the world's expert on making money, but I've been doing gig work for like 10 years. So, I've learned a couple of things, I guess. I'll share them. But the first thing I want to show you again is the spreadsheet. This is something that, um, for me, it keeps me going, um, with the gig work on the shitty days, right? So, um, my spreadsheet again has a running log of the entire year of how much money I'm making. Right. So every day, if you're watching the video, if not, that's okay. I input my income and I input how many miles I drove. Um, I input what time I started work and what time I finished work. And if you're watching the video and you see in my gross hourly in this tab here, you'll see that I have some incredibly horrific days. Um, this day right here where I was making $11 an hour, I was not in my normal zone. I was in Covina, which is a different part of LA, or it's like a part of LA County, and I'm not familiar with the zone. Um, and it was horrible. But I didn't work much. I stopped working after 3 hours because it just wasn't working out, and I didn't need to work. I just kind of wanted to try out being in that city because I was up there for different reason. But you can also see that I have certain days which are amazing. This one I was only working for I guess 2 hours. I don't know what the fuck was going on this day, but I worked for 2 hours and I averaged $33 an hour. The day below that, you can see here, September 18th, I worked for 10 hours and I averaged $29.73 per hour gross. And if you look up at the top here, the running total for the year, this is 2025, running total from January 1st to today, although I haven't put in the last week yet, I need to input those numbers, is $30.01 per hour in gross earnings. Um, Now you're probably, if you're looking at the video, you're like, these numbers don't really look like they would be $30 an hour, and that's because in California we have Prop 22. So I have this sheet here, um, is also factored in. So $11,000 of my earnings came from Prop 22. So of the 41,000, 11,000 came from Prop 22. So yeah, um, this is a very counterintuitive way of looking at things, but when I am having a slow day, I don't really have to worry about it too much because I know that at the end of the year, based on the strategy that I'm using, which I mean, I don't, I just kind of go out and I work based on my experience. I don't really have like a strategy. I mean, I do, but um, I know that at the end of the year that I'm going to average $30 an hour gross. So if I have a day where I only make like $17 an hour, it prevents me from, I mean, and I still sometimes spiral out, right, and go like, man, this is bullshit. I don't know why I'm doing this and blah blah blah. But I always remember that, okay, well, my net hourly, if I look over here, my net hourly is $26.37 an hour. And for the work that I'm doing, I mean, minimum wage in my city is like 17.25 or something like that. So I'm still, and this is not even, this is not impressive by any means, but I'm $9 ahead of if I just went and got a job, right? I'm not college educated. I don't have um much I don't know. Do I have the marketable skills to acquire a job that would pay me 35, $40 an hour? I don't know. I don't think so. Um, but yeah, this is just something I want to share. I don't know if this will help anybody else, but I recommend, and I'm not your life coach, but this is what I personally do, and I've been uh, doing gig work for 10 years now, and this has helped me to stay level-headed. When you're out there and you have those really shitty days, if you have a spreadsheet that is showing what you really make on average across the entire year, those shitty days don't bother you as much because you know what your average is, and also it helps you to um improve. Like some days I'll take notes on like what happened, why did I not do well, what mistakes did I make, things like that. And over time you start to get pretty good at having more consistent earnings, um, yeah, but still, like if you look at my thing here, like you've got 21, 16, 18, 25, 27, 25, 16, 15, 20, 23, 21, 24, 22, 18, 22, 22, 27, 17, 59. That probably just did one order right there. 23, 26, 25, 22, 18, 23, 26. So you still have those low days, but the numbers stay pretty consistent. That's all I really wanted to share. There's other things that I can share as well, but for now, this is just a little tip, that a little trick tip, whatever that I use that keeps me sane and a little bit more level-headed with those inconsistent earnings because at the end of the day, I know what my average is across the year.